Alright, welcome everyone to the slow demise greater player run. This is video number 1, and it's gonna be a good one. Today marks the day that I hit legend in Hearthstone, and I hope that that continues on and we don't die instantly. But for those of you guys that weren't aware of this, I was running I was talking about having a greater player run that is much slower and very, very streak oriented rather than just playing, for a fairly high win rate overall. So I'll talk a little bit first about aesthetics and what it means to be the best player in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, I guess, or what it means to be the best player you can be. So before we talk about like what I'm gonna do in this run, I just want to say like it's very hard to tell who is the best player in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It really, honestly, is very difficult because once you're at a level where you're kind of like, once you're at like what if you were in chess, let's say, like once you're at the level of a grandmaster, uh, or any real game like that, like StarCraft, it's very difficult for you to kind of like differentiate, or sorry, to objectively compare to, well, grandmasters, right? It's very, very difficult to do that because what one player might be really good at doing, the other player does not know how to do, or isn't really good at it, and what the two players in general might be aiming for might be completely different. Um, it's always hard to tell exactly who is the best player or how to improve. Having said that, um, I was struggling to improve my own self through this last year or so, and I felt like I'd plateaued, and I felt like I hadn't really gained much in the way of improvement. Um, we can think of it kind of like a slice of pie almost, or you can think of it as like just a slider, or even like you can think of it like skill training in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Some people have different ratios for what they like improving on. Some people have a different aesthetic that they like to see. Um, and I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like, okay, let's talk a little bit about like, for example, like top tournament winners. I am Demise, me. That's me, right? I don't have the willpower of Yomak. I don't have that. I don't. I could never play this game for 13 hours a day. I don't have the power to streak like he does. I don't have the power to play Spriggan like he does. I don't have the power and the bravery to challenge conduct runs like that. To do like low level Spriggan runs, to do 15 runs with certain conduct, to do turn count runs, to do speed runs, and all that crap. Like I really just don't have that skill yet. I could get it, but it would mean losing what I am as a player, my own identity as a high level dungeon crawl player, whatever. Right? I similarly man. I don't have the power to streak like he does. I can't pull a 20 streak out of my ass. I can't. I absolutely can't. And like it doesn't. I could never streak like ZXC could. He's retired now, but one day he'll come back. I believe it. He still has a halfling berserker in Zot that he could finish to make his streak longer, but he ain't gonna do it. But yeah, I honestly think that like I could never do that. But what I can do and what makes me different from other players is my own speed. I'm not the fastest player in the world. That's proven now because I'm not even top 10 in terms of like pure speed. But when it comes to like practical speed, that's where I take my own pride. Um, that's where I see like myself, like I kind of excelling in the field, I guess. I would argue, and I honestly don't think it's that arguable anymore because I've kind of proven it over like 4 or 5 tournaments that I am the fastest dungeon crawl player, not the fastest speedrunner, but I'm the fastest dungeon crawl player. Um, my goal has always been 60% speed, 40% streak. I always wanted to see a streak with very high speed. That it almost looks reckless in terms of speed. And in the tournament, I was able to kind of get that done. I got on average about like an 8 streak with 1 hour long games, with between all my accounts. But it honestly wasn't that hard because I don't know, the melee combos were just fairly easy, right? They're all just like anyone can do it. It's fucking easy. It's one they're basics combos, right? Anyone at my level, I mean. Like obviously it's not easy for everyone, but For like people who have invested incredible amounts of time and effort, like myself. That just sounds like boasting, but for those of us that have like 4,000 hours in this goddamn game, like it's to be expected, right? If you're gonna win a Minotaur Berserker in an hour, you can do it 8 times in a row, 20 times in a row. It doesn't matter. And the fact that I lost was really a disappointment. Like I shouldn't have lost, but I got tilted, and that's just the nature of things. So, in the next year or so, as I'm doing this project, I want everyone to kind of come along with me as I take the first step in a long time, really, in fully improving myself from the ground up. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to do it properly this time. I'm just going to push and push and push and push. And there will be days where the game gets really hard, and there will be days when I want to give up on this project because it's going to go completely against the grain of everything I've ever learned in Crawl. But we're going to try to push, and we're going to try to get through it, and hopefully all of you guys can reap the benefits of the fruits of my research on myself. And eventually the goal is, again, to kind of get back into like that top form that I want to get. You know what I mean? I've kind of fallen away a little bit from my top form. I feel like I'm still the best I've ever been, but in terms of like growth, I feel like I've slowed down. So this is an attempt to kind of build myself back up. All right, let's talk a little bit about the goals. Yeah. All right. So the goals of this Greaterplayer streak or Greaterplayer project, which is to win every race and every combination at least once on an account. My goal for this Greaterplayer project is to get high streaks, hoping to God that I get double-digit streaks. Like, really hoping, really pushing. I think it is possible for me to consistently get a double-digit streak from the get-go. I just need to play on top of my game 100% of the time. I'm going to use semi-random, using the hashtag function in the crawl menu, which is random viable combo. And I'm going to veto anything that I find to be ridiculously hard or something that I feel like wouldn't be really a good idea. And that is going to make it so that I reduce bias. So this is almost like an experiment. The reason why I'm reducing the bias is because I don't want the account to start off like Salt City did, with an incredibly high win rate at the beginning because I was doing all easy combos, and then that drops off at the end. I want to start with as high a win rate as I can get, and hopefully even push it up over time as I learn to kind of streak and become better. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to learn HJKL movement. That is the V keys, HJKL for orthogonal movement, and then YUBN for diagonals. I've always used HJKL I've always used YUBN and then arrow keys to move, but that has caused some severe pain in my wrist. I think that if I'm able to learn HJKL in a very slow environment, like really slowing it down, I should be able to kind of, when I pick the pace back up, play much more efficiently, which I think is going to be important not only for speed running, but also just for my own benefit. I can play longer. I don't have to hurt myself, extending my pinky down to use the arrow keys, and that's going to hopefully help me out a little bit better. And finally, I'm going to educate you guys with engaging in interactive content. So this is a goal that I've always tried to have on the channel, but I'm adding an extra layer on top of this, and we'll talk about that in a sec. My goal, again, is to get you guys to... You can follow along if you can. You don't have to win at the same rate as me. You don't have to do anything. But the last time the Greaterplayer run, the last formal Greaterplayer run, the Salt City run, that run was actually really successful in getting a lot of people wins. And I'm hoping this time we can start to get people to actually streak, and for people to get wins like just by learning some tactics and all this good stuff in general. I think that the new factor, like the new player bonuses that we get from playing this Greaterplayer run will be slightly lower than the other one because I don't start off with the easy combo, but I will be talking from first principles at the very beginning, and I will continue to do that. I'll actually be repeating myself quite a bit this time around in order to kind of maintain that level of, okay, I need to slow down, I need to think about this in terms of first principle, I need to really, really boil it down to the basics, and then we're going to streak Like, I'm basically going to try to reduce streaking to a poor man's streak, like a layman's version. We're gonna do it without any of the magic, without any of the fuss. We're gonna just do it. We're gonna get it, and hopefully, like, this is very stressful because this is day one. Remember, I don't know what this tournament, what this game will be. I have no idea, but we're gonna have to push through. Okay. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to slow down significantly. That's the obvious part, right? On average, I seek to play about 4 times as slow. And I know that sounds kind of like insane, but effectively that just means, like, on average, I would expect my melee games to be about 4, maybe 5 hours, and my mages to take 6, maybe 8 hours. Hopefully. That's the ideal point for me. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. Because I am, like, I've always told people that I play at one speed. I don't really know what playing fast or slow is. I just kind of do the same thing. I'm going to be pausing at significant points in game and in skilling. So that means, like, if there's something on the screen, I will pause and I'll just talk. And if there's something in skilling, I will pause, I will talk, I'll explain. And I will elaborate on every possible option, as in every single path will be explored this time around. We're going to do it almost like chess, like a chess engine. We're going to read down multiple pathways and we're going to try to explore them and see which one has the best option for us. And also, we're going to do this by reducing the level of auto-exploring and almost completely removing tab from our repertoire of buttons to press. And as play progresses, I will try, and this one I kind of put at the bottom because, like, I'll try to maintain the same level of speed rather than slowing down and speeding up. I think I'm going to try to make it so that no matter how badly I play or how well I play, I keep the same speed. I don't want to move too fast. I want to stay there. I don't want to slow down too much. I don't want to speed up too much because, again, the goal is to be consistent without streaking. All right. And we're going to use a couple more strategies as well. I'm going to use a number. This one is more like I'm going to try to do it, and if it doesn't work, I just won't bother. But I will probably keep it up anyway. So for me, I'm going to, again, talk to the new players and stuff. I'm going to be using a number-based system to indicate the level of danger on any given screen state. So what that means is I'm going to go from 1 to 10 and talk, like, briefly about the danger level of the game as things progress. Like, because I don't know how many times I'll do this or how much I'll remember to do this, but I'm going to try to do that so that people might guess wrong, and then hopefully I'll be able to correct them and explain why I say that the number is, this number or that number. Again, it's all arbitrary, but, it's a tool. Like, don't focus too much on, oh, that's bullshit. Oh, it should have been a 6 when you said it was a 5. That's fucking dumb. No. Like, the point is, of course, to just say, okay, we're in danger. It's about a level 6 danger system, with 1 being normal, 10 being dangerous, like super dangerous, dead, ultimate death state, right? And what that's going to help me do is, if I do somehow die to something that I wasn't expecting to die to, what that means is I need to adjust my number system so that I can compensate. So the next time I see that situation, or in general, maybe I just push up every number by 1, so that everything that was a 1 before is now a 2, and everything that's like an 8 before is now a 9, and then everything caps out at 10. So eventually everything is up to 10. Like, we'll see how things go with that. But one thing that I'm really excited to be doing, and hopefully this works, I just realized I don't have a bot, but I guess I can use Discord. Let me just grab onto the bot commands. I'll get the bot commands up later, but we'll see how things go. I will be using a bot to create imager links and morgue files to create puzzles. So in chess, there are things called tactics, where the board state is given to you and you're asked to do a certain thing in a certain amount of time, right? Or a certain amount of moves, or you're asked to see something like a checkmate, or gain like significant advantage or something like that, or find the fork, right? I used to play it on the DS all the time. It's a great thing, great fun. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually, every time I see a situation that looks like a puzzle, I will put an imager file, I'll take a screenshot, I'll get a morgue file, and then I will post it in the comments. Sorry, in the description, and you guys can read it. So you can pause the video, you'll look at the image, you can read the morgue file, and then you can think of your own situation on how to fix it, or like how to rectify the problem, and then you can unpause and then see what I do, and I'll talk about my solution there. So hopefully that works. And if honestly, if you guys don't care about that, that's fine as well, because you'll be able to just skip past it anyway, right? But I digress. I'm just trying to increase the level of interactivity with the audience, because I think that playing Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup should be, like learning about Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup should be something that's interactive. You should play the game. You should never just watch the videos and just do nothing, right? So hopefully, and honestly, if you feel like your solution was better and my solution was shit, let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. And if you're correct, and I believe you're correct, I'll update my own advice in future runs, and then that'll just make me a better player as well, and it'll make you feel better. So it's win-win for everyone, right? Alright, oh my goodness. That was a lot of talking, my apologies. So today we're going to be playing on Slow Demise, a new account, an entirely new character. I'm just going to point out that everything is like kind of the same as before, but instead of 60, I'm going to put auto fight stop at 80-ish%, yeah. Alright. Oh, man. Like, this is terrifying. This is legitimately terrifying. Also, I should check if my screenshot button works. Let me just pull up Paint, one sec. Paint. Nope, that takes up my second monitor. Why does that take up my second monitor? I have no idea. Oh, well, I'll just screen clip it then. That's fine. Alright, Slow Demise. Holy shit. Okay, and one more thing, just before we start. Again, like, this might be too slow for you, but like I said, the point is to be really slow. I'm trying very hard to just not rush when I make a video, just chill out. Like, there are days when I might not even want to play, and I'll just play a little bit, and then I'll leave. I'm going to try to push as much of a win rate maximizing strategy as possible in this run. So it's all experimental. We'll see. Hashtag. Come on, hit me with that hashtag. Draconian Abyssal Knight. Okay, so this is the first. Man, you really fucked me here, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Alright, Draconian Abyssal Knight it is. What the fuck? Hello? What is this? What the fuck is this shit? What? I can't even see short sword or unarmed. Okay, cool. Unless, like... what is this? Why is it like that? Okay, anyway. Draconian Abyssal Knight is not too bad. I'm gonna go Spear. Okay. Alright, so, Draconian. Pretty decent at being a mage character. Honestly, not my favorite for being a mage. Tend to not really like them too much. They are effectively human in terms of like aptitudes and all that stuff. They gain AC every single level. Not as much as gargoyles, but they gain some. But unfortunately, they can't fit into any body armor, and they are cold-blooded and can be slowed by cold attacks. At level 7, they gain a color, which gives them a breath weapon, and a resistance, and some changes to their magic aptitudes. They're all pretty good. Like, every one of them is pretty decent for their own purposes. Abyssal Knight is effectively it's a decent start, I would say. You start off with Lagonu, who is the god of the Abyss. Well, the goddess of the Abyss, really, I would say. She provides pretty decent utility for characters. The banishment for banishing your foes is a really powerful move. Bending space is pretty decent. And she gives you later on more abilities to do stuff like corrupting the fabric of space, which is bringing a small portion of the Abyss to you, which is pretty useful, and gating yourself to the Abyss, which can be used as a really strong panic button depending on when you use it. She can also corrupt your weapon with distortion, and allows you to unwield distortion weapons without distortion unwield effects. So you can freely switch between your weapon and your distortion weapon, which is good. Corrupting your weapon with distortion can be a bit of a dual-edged blade because it tends to not be... Like, distortion is kind of bad sometimes. The ability, like, the force blink on enemies or the force teleport on enemies can be very annoying sometimes, especially if you're mailing something like a ranged enemy, and then you blink it away and they get more free shots on you. However, it is one of the fastest DPS brands if it works right. So, you know, you can use it. So, the first part of Abyssal Knight is this this pseudo abyss that you start off in. There's always a portal guaranteed to be somewhere near the Abyssal Knight start, or you can opt to depart the abyss for free, but you start off with lower piety because it costs piety. I'm gonna search around, and there we go, found the gateway to the abyss. I'm also gonna have to try to use HJKL movement. Remember, J is down. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, so now that we're in the dungeon, we can start the game. But we're already in a very bad spot. The corridor to the north has no retreat. So if there's a jackal pack on the other side of that corridor, we lose. It's like literally that simple. I can't really do much about it. I'm going to pick up the scroll. I'm going to pick up the stones. The stones will be useful for us because we can throw them at enemies to to catch them. If we can do a little bit of extra damage, and we can possibly catch things unaware. Alright, excellent. Also, I need beam. I don't have beam. I really wish I had beam. Okay. I picked the spear, by the way, because I wanted the ability to reach over enemies. Spears are really good in the early game because they provide you with the ability to, like, evoke past one tile, which is very helpful because it effectively gives you a free attack in the early game, which can be the difference between winning a fight and losing horribly. Okay, again, I really need to stop using my arrow keys. Okay. Okay, throw another rock. Throw another rock. Jab, 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 jab. And we can continue the fight. I need to be very conscientious of how I explore. I also need to be very careful about how I do things. Okay. Melee the cockroach. Continue on. Alright, whew. Okay, again, I'm playing slow on purpose. I'm really just trying not to make too many unnecessary movements. I'm getting really disoriented by the HJKL thing, which is kind of annoying me, but we'll have to just keep going. Alright, so I actually pulled back here to engage this goblin. I ideally don't want to have him do... to shout and like alert anyone outside. I did fuck up there, by the way. I already did mess up. I should have attacked him with a spear instead of throwing the rock at that point in time. I'm still using the arrow keys. Damn it. Damn it, Demise. Stop. Stop. Come on. Okay. Okay. So the goal in streak play is to try to explore... Oh my god, I forgot to do my polearms. Alright, this is too hard for me. This is fucking way too hard. I'm like distracted. I'm not sure what the fuck I'm doing. This is awful. I'm just doing poor. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, like I said, this is gonna take some significant getting used to. This is very difficult for me because I'm used to just playing the video game. Alright. So, because we're playing a melee character, our first goal is to get our weapon to minimum delay. For a spear, that's I think 12 or something like that. Yeah, it's 12. I will eventually go past a spear, so I'll probably want about 14 at the minimum. I want to train fighting early on in the game because it gives me a bit of HP. I don't need to train dodging because one extra evade isn't as important as getting a little bit more HP or a little bit better swing speed. I can train invocations early on, but I don't want to yet because I don't have anything that invocations will be useful for. Also, the blink that Laguna gives at early pips of piety will not be significantly helpful. It won't be significantly boosted by an invocations training. So I think that our current setup right here, with a 66% polearms and a 33% fighting, is fairly optimal. If I was to go hyper optimal, I would only train polearms, and then I would slowly train fighting every so often, and I'd try to improve based on increments because that's how the game works. Like, whole numbers are better than fractional numbers, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, our goal in... I almost used arrow keys again. My goal in using... in exploring is to take wide corners, as wide a corner as possible when I'm exploring in the dungeon. And I also want to prevent... God, I keep moving the wrong direction. This is infuriating. This is actually infuriating. Oh, I'm so angry. I'm so angry already. I'm so angry. This is not good for streaks. This is not good for the streaks at all. Holy shit. But yeah, our goal is to reduce the amount of line of sight that we get, that we open ourselves up to every single time we play, every single time we explore. So right now, I'm currently in a situation where there's a massive bunch of unknown over there. There could be multiple enemies over there, but if I go down this corridor, I will still be in potential danger because I might get backstabbed by the stuff over here. Okay, HJKL is pissing me off. I actually don't know if it's even worth doing now. I might already have given up on one. Alright, here's a hobgoblin. I'm going to attempt to run away because there are maybe opponents up to the north and also to the right. How many tiles I'll move away is questionable. I think it's better to move away because I can pillar dance more easily. Alright, there's a bat now. Does that significantly change my decision making? Well, a bat doesn't really do that much damage. I have 19 hit points. The hobgoblin can do a fair amount of damage. But at this point, I'm not super worried about that. Draconian is fairly strong. What I'm more worried about is the third enemy coming up, like a jackal, which would put me in significant danger. All right, I'm gonna just make a screen clipping. Screen clip. Boom. That and we'll just leave that there, I guess. And I'm also going to pull a morgue file. Dump. Oh, actually, I have to. Okay, hashtag, and then dump slow demise. Okay, excellent. And then I think all of this can go on a paste bin. You can probably. All right, there we go. Excellent. Sorry, I'm just preparing it for the video. Okay, so having said all that, you guys can now take a pause, and while you're pausing, take some time, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed this video or that it's useful to you, and yeah, we'll see how things go. And think about what you would do. Would you run away? Would you engage? Would you throw a rock? Would you try to get in with your spear? Would you try to close the door? How would you try to approach this problem? Alright, I've given you enough time. I assume you've paused the video. You made some tea, you came back. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Okay. I'm gonna go up left, close the door. Something unseen opens the door. Okay, so now both things are in melee with me. I think this was, again, not really an optimal position. By the time I moved up, I think I was here. I closed the door, and he got here, and he got random energy, and he opened the door. I'm now in melee with the bat, which is not the worst thing in the world. The hobgoblin has showed his face. I'm going to pull back here, hoping not to get hit by the bat too many times. Okay, and I pull into this corridor. Alright. Oh, hit the bat. Pull back one tile. So the bat has been hit. He's going to float around somewhere. He's very fast. He's going to try to attack me, but he's out of sight right now. And now I am 2 tiles away from the hobgoblin with 18 out of 19 hit points. It's not the most ideal situation, but it works. Alright, evoke the spear. Alright, he's in melee with us now. He's severely wounded. Managed to kill him. Good kill. Good kill. The bat's still here. I can just kill him with the spear now. Alright, nice. Alright, not bad. Okay, so how optimal would I say was that situation? I would say probably like a 6 out of 10 in terms of like purely optimalness. I opened the door, I went to close the door, and I didn't have to. I should have just run away immediately. So if you said that you would run away immediately, you were probably more correct than me. Alright, I opened the door, and there's a hobgoblin right next to me again. Do I fight or do I fly? Do I engage in flight or flight, basically? And I think the answer is flight. I'm going to run back. Again, making sure not to miss input. And I'm going to fight here. The hobgoblin can hit for 5, up to 5, plus its club. So if we look up club, item club, that means that it can hit for up to 10 damage, which means it would take 3 max damage hits to kill me. So I'm not horribly afraid, but I'm cautious. There we go. Alright, nice. Another bat. Okay, so I think that in this case, I again failed another streak thing, which is to rest at a completely safe location. Instead of resting where I rested, which is somewhat near the unknown, I guess, I should have instead rested like back here. Having said that, there are also merits to not resting back here, because if I rested here and something came, I wouldn't be able to run away from it. Whereas over here, at least, I can still run away. So I think there are methods, there are like positives and negatives to both. I think normally it would be better for me to run away, but in this scenario, no. I think I was okay. I'm fairly decent in terms of decision making there. Alright, again, exploring. Not auto-exploring, keep that in mind. The goblin has shouted. I didn't hear anything else respond to the goblin shouting, but I will still play cautiously nonetheless. And I think now here again we're in the safe zone. I'm gonna throw some rocks and stab him. Come on. There we go. Alright. Again, we're gonna go over here. Maybe just rest a little bit, and then maybe continue down to the south. This is really... God. Exploring is difficult. Alright, there's a rat. I am okay with killing this here. It's fairly inconsequential to kill. Even my rocks will kill it. Okay. There's a long corridor. Dart slug. Okay. I think that the dart slug, it is actually better for me to run all the way up. The dart slug is a ranged opponent, so he will not fire. He will not try to get into melee with me. He will fire instead. I want to bring him into melee by going around the corner and waiting. Now he's in melee with me, and he's much weaker. He's launching a dart at me. That's fine. I'll just kill him anyway. Okay, excellent. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm holding shift direction because that makes it so that if I see anything, I will be instantly told to stop. It's like a very slow version of auto explore. Okay, another hobgoblin. Hobgoblins do a lot of damage. Again, I'm going to back off here. I'm going to try to pull him up. Okay. Ah, I made a mistake. See, that's another misinput, but that's... I wasn't punished for it, but I normally would be. Okay, fight. Okay, I took damage and the opponent didn't take any damage. I'm going to run away and try to reset via pillar dancing. Pillar dancing is where you just run around the... God damn it, I ran the wrong way again because I'm trying to get used to HJKL movement. Pillar dancing is where you run around a pillar basically with another 10-speed enemy and you just both try to I made the same mistake. Holy crap. Oh, I'm so angry. I'm actually angry. I'm sad. I'm devastated. This is just absolutely devastating me. You don't even know. Alright. K goes up. There we go. I saw a goblin to the north. I'm actually very worried about that. There's a lot of enemies coming now. Okay. I'm in now some significant danger. Fighting one hobgoblin was okay. Fighting two is not so much. I'm going to have to take care of this hobgoblin as quickly as I can. Too injured to fight recklessly. Alright, I was very lucky there and I one-shot the goblin. Gonna run away again. Okay. Now, right here, I actually think that I am in a very bad spot. I have opened myself up to being cornered by the goblin. Let's see if I get cornered by it for my foolish play. Okay, thankfully I was not. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to engage, I think, now? There we go. It was either that or potentially have to fight 2 opponents, which could have been quite gruesome. Alright. Okay, I need to go find that goblin again. Don't know where he went. There he is. We'll pull away from the known. We're going more towards the unknown, but we're going to pull immediately back again. J goes down. There we go. J goes down. J goes down. There we go. Hey, we're mastering the video game. There we go. Awesome. Goblin skeleton taken care of. Oh my god, this is so fucking stressful. Holy shit. You telling me people actually play this video game like this? What the hell? Oh, I pressed O. That was a mistake. Alright, well, it's fine. Whatever. It's okay. It basically did what I was going to do anyway. Again, I'm exaggerating the slowness because I don't want to... I don't want to get into the bad habit already. See, like, even there, I immediately said, alright, I don't want to get in the bad habit. I immediately made a mistake. Like, I immediately walked towards the opponent. This is, like, the kind of shit that just won't fly if I'm trying to streak significantly. Alright, the combat situation isn't favorable for me. I'm just going to go ahead and reset by pillar dancing again. We're seeing fully tedious, optimal, grindy play. But, yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know what I mean? And this does help me get... Fuck me. Holy shit. HJKL movement is the worst thing known to man. I'm telling you now. That... Like, why? Why did anyone make this fucking garbage movement? I feel like it should be the other way around. You know what I mean? It's left, down, up, right. I feel like it should be left, up, down, right. And it just keeps throwing me off. Alright, you can see there that the pillar dancing was very helpful. It made sure that there was no chance that I took any extra damage than I needed to. And it cost me nothing except my sanity. Alright. Again, made a mistake because I wasn't fucking... I'm still not used to HKO movement. God damn it! Ugh. Okay, I moved the wrong way, exposing me to a huge amount of unknown, which had 3 enemies inside of it. And again, normally not a big deal. Normally I would just not even bat an eyelid, but because it's a streak game, I shouldn't be playing this poorly. I'm still using my pinky finger. I need to break my goddamn fingers to make this shit work. God, I hate this so much. I hate this so fucking much. Like, have you ever been tilted in a game? Like, have you ever seen me get tilted in a game where I've quite literally one-shot every enemy so far? Like, I've almost one-shot every enemy in the game as of this point. Like, it's crazy how good my rolls have been. And I'm still tilted. Like, God. No! Move down, you... Whew. This is like a new level of torture, you know what I mean? Oh. I'm gonna break my fucking fingers. Out of rage. Out of pure rage. I'm gonna break my fingers. Alright, come on. Come on, explore. I pressed K again. That I didn't do when I didn't want to. God, I hate this so... I don't even know how I got that. Stop. Demise. Play the video game. Come on. There we go. Okay. J. No, K. There we go. Alright, we got 3 scrolls labeled Ephata Vioi. I'm going to leave that for the time being. Higher number scrolls, very common scrolls in this game are identification. I don't need to ID anything just yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I moved towards the enemy again. God damn it, stop. Demise. Learn your fucking V keys already, man. Come on. People actually have to use this in real life. Like, people actually use this, but not for fun. You know what I mean? They actually use this as a real thing. Alright, I'm gonna stand right here. This is the optimal situation to be in against this guy who can throw rocks at me. If he does do a big hit on me, I can just dip out the corner and run away. But right now I have the option of fighting him in melee and also in ranged as well. Alright, excellent. Kill me. Ah! Oh, I'm so angry. Holy shit. I'm so angry. Oh my god. And there's a fucking hobgoblin. Hobbababa. Okay. Again, keeping very close eye on my HP. Every time you see me just move off in a random direction, like... I'm gonna punch the fucking screen. Oh, I'm so... Oh, I'm so angry. Come on, Demise. You can fucking play this video game. Come on. Just use the buttons that you've known how to use your entire life. Come on, you were raised on this shit. Come on, you... YT. Come on, YT. YT. You're just shouting now. You're not even... You're just wasting your time. Alright. Anyone over here? Is there anyone over here? Nope, that's going up. Go down. There we go. Control the character. Control the character. You know, playing 4 times as slow, not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem at all. 20 minutes to not even finish D1. Alright, Jackal Pack. Here we go, boys. This is also a very good snipper thing. I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. Where's my paint? Paint. Save. There we go. Get another paint. And I'm going to snipper clip this one as well. Alright, and save that. Nope. Yep, save that. Puzzle 2. And we'll put that in my pictures. My camera roll, because that's important. Okay, so in this scenario here, we see... Oh, I also have to fucking put a dump down. God damn it. Dump. Hashtag... Nope. That's not what I want. Hashtag. Dump slow demise. This is tedious. This is really tedious. Like, I am sorry that you have to watch this, but this is my reality right now. So here we see a Jackal Pack. Both of them haven't noticed me yet. To my left is a lot of unknown. Jackals are a very easy early game killer. They are very, weak. They're fairly shitty. They can only bite for about 3 damage, but they come in packs and they're faster than you. So you need to be very careful of their danger. Also, now that I look at them, they look stupid as fuck. I never looked closely at them because I normally kill them or die as quickly as I can. But they look dumb as shit. Anyway, I'm gonna pause the video, take a look, hit the like button again. No, actually don't, because that unlikes it. Hit it again if you have hit it twice. Hit it a 3rd time. Hit only in even numbers, you know what I mean? Only do that. And we're gonna start. Alright, so the obvious option is run away, don't attack. Don't even throw the rock, in fact. Just run. Let them chase you. Now that we're in a corridor, we can engage them more safely. That was a mistake. Didn't want to do that. So you can see here that jackals are actually, fairly strong. This is a character that has very good defense early on, has very good HP, and has a weapon that's +1, and is one of the best weapons in the game, in the early game. So, the fact that he could even damage me at all is still... It indicates that... Oh my god, I pressed O. It indicates that, there is a level of danger that you should be aware of for the Jackal. It's a very easy streak ender. Okay. Kill the bat. There's no real point in me talking about that exact scenario again. It's exactly the same. So that Jackal Pack thing there, normally people would rate that as like a 1 or a 2 in terms of difficulty, but for a streaker that's about like an 8 in terms of danger. 8 if they have noticed you, and about like a 5 if they haven't. If you get unlucky, you can still get noticed. But once I got to the corridor, it was about like a 3 in terms of danger, so I was okay. The points are arbitrary, and I am trying to get better at them They'll become more accurate over time, but this is like roughly my estimate of how dangerous things are at this point in time, given my understanding of the danger. Okay, so we have now hit 2 pips of piety. We can now bend space, which is a blink ability. Costs 2 mana and 2 HP and 1 mana. It is a blink. It does a bit of damage to adjacent creatures, and it also translocates them sometimes as well. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's a decent damage ability that can also blink. Alright. Can explore down here. Like, I don't know how long I can do this before my patience breaks. I actually don't know how long I can do this, but I have to do it. I have to. I don't have a choice at this point. The best way to... It's legitimately the best way to improve because it fundamentally breaks my own person, my own humanity. And it makes me want to die, which is basically meaning that I'm on the right track for playing Dungeon Crawl. If something makes you want to die, you're probably doing it right. If something is so mind-numbingly tedious that, you know, it literally forces you to just play like an absolute degenerate, you've probably discovered some kind of optimal strategy. Probably make a tavern thread about it. It's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to back up here, go down this corridor now. Prefer this corridor over the right one because it has a little bit more leeway in case I want to run away. It's 1 tile close at everything. Excellent, a hunting sling. The hunting sling is just another way of increasing the damage of my stones. This early in the game, it basically just lets me throw the stones harder, which is really, really strong. A level 0, a 0 skill hunting sling is incredibly powerful. So that's good. I used the arrow keys, I had to do it, sorry guys. The run is now over. Potentially. I'm gonna have to... Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Because I don't want to talk about it when I'm tilted right now. I'm gonna leave it, but here is a hilarious situation. This is the greatest fucking level 1 game ever played in my goddamn life. Why? Okay. Save the video. Save. There we go. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Actually, I might make that the 3rd puzzle as well. We'll see how things go. Yeah, I'll actually make that the 3rd puzzle. But we'll do that off recording. So you guys take a look at that. Tell me how you feel about the run, the streaks, all that shit. And remember, this hurts me even more than it hurts you. So if you're trying to learn off this, you're going to be in for a long time. Oh, my brain. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully this run works. I don't know.